Hey, what is up, folks? It's Richard again here with my channel, Richard Bentoski. I picked up a new toy today. So this is a 24-inch Swisher brand Predator 24, or you can call it 24-inch rugged cut brush mower. Walk behind, of course. So the reason I bought this is because I've been clearing brush with my FS131. This, of course, is going to offer a lot faster, hopefully, method of cleaning brush. It can cut up to 1.5-inch saplings. It's relatively narrow, but that's okay. I think it'll still result in a lot faster, brush cutting. It's got 8-inch wheels on it. No casters on the front, but from what I understand, you can put casters on the front. It's got a Briggs 11.5 horsepower engine, although you can also get this, I believe, with a Honda engine. It's got a 4-speed transmission, 4 forward and 1 reverse gear. Controls are very simple. You have your transaxle engagement here on the left. This is going to make it go forward. This is to engage the blades. And I don't actually know what this is over here yet. I think this is, I think you have to have this held while you're cutting. If you let it go, it will disengage the blades, I believe. I just got it. I literally just started it up, took it off the trailer, and I'm gonna go cut some brush. So let's see how this thing does. All right, so I've picked a small patch of grass or a brush over here. So it's at my parents' house. They have more brush than I do in town. But along this bend here, there's a nice patch of relatively flat-ish brush. This stuff isn't really crazy. It's all goldenrod, basically. Some taller weeds here and there. So there's nothing too crazy, but this is probably a good 36 to 48 inch tall brush, and it's relatively homogeneous. It's mostly all the same stuff. The grass below is a couple inches, probably 6 to 8 inches tall. So we're going to go through all of this and see how it does. I have not checked the blades to see if they're very sharp, so this will be a good test for that as well. So I got to find a spot to put this thing, my tripod, that is relatively flat-ish. So we'll see what we can do here. That ought to be good. All right, let's see what we can do. So, as I thought, it's a pain in the ass to use this thing on a hill. So some of these, the really nice models, DR, they've got them. Who's the other one? There's another one. There's a green one that people have that have articulating decks, basically. And they'll articulate 10 to 15 degrees in either direction to make it easier to go over these humps and bumps and all that stuff. So what I'm noticing on this one, handle height, a little bit too low for me, which is okay. If it was on flat ground, this wouldn't be an issue. But it's just a little bit lower than what I need it to be. If it were up about 3 inches higher, that'd be perfect. 2, you have to constantly, on this at least, you have to constantly apply a little bit of down pressure. And what that does is helps the rear wheels keep in contact with the ground. Because this ground is not level, and there are hidden ruts, you'll have one wheel wanting to spin and the other one not spinning. And then it'll start to lose forward momentum. So you have to apply constant down pressure, which exacerbates the issue of the handles being too low. It doesn't have a whole lot of vibration through the handles, which is great. This lever here does disengage the blades, so that was easy to learn. But overall, you know what? It seems to have a pretty decent cut. It's the only way to actually adjust these blades, and this is another kind of a pain in the butt, adjust the height of cut, is the black guards on the side. You raise those up or down, and they have 2 holes. As far as I know, that's the only way you can raise the cut. You can basically go high or low. Back to what I was saying about the vibration, it doesn't have a whole lot of vibration through the handle, but for some reason your palms right here, you know, the meat of your palm where your thumb's at, holy cow, my hand's actually a bit sore from that, and I don't exactly know why. I think it's having to put that down pressure on it the whole time, because you're constantly, you got your palms on both of these levers and you're pushing down. They're metal. There's not a lot of padding here, and I have my thin gloves. That's the other problem. I need to have my other gloves. But you know, other than those issues, I think this is a great tool. I'd like to get it onto some flat ground and try it out. There's plenty of it here. I don't want to cut down a ton of the you know, goldenrod, because the bees are still using that to make honey. But it starts up super fast. You barely even have to really put a lot of effort into it. Just give it a pull and it basically just starts right up. But yeah, you know, for $400, no, it's not the highest end unit on the market, but for $400 this is a steal. It runs. It's not all beat up. It's not all rusted out. The only thing really that it's got going negative for it is the paint bubbling up in places, and that's probably because oil was on it or gas was on it or something like that. So for $400 I'm happy. I'm looking forward to putting this towards some jobs, making my money back on it. Should not take that long, you know, as long as I'm not having to do crap like this. So we'll see. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.